Hi y'all. I hope you all are safe. With Snowmageddon. Um, yeah, there were a few times tonight where the lights flickered and my family and I actually sincerely thought the power would go out because like you could just hear like our heating system like flicker off and then come back on because yeah, it was your close call. And that it did like 3 or 4 times. So we were like, is the power gonna go out? And thankfully it didn't. Um, Anyways, I read in 2 Kings chapter 6 today. There was one verse that stuck out to me, which was verse 17, which says, Then Elisha prayed, Lord, please open his eyes and let him see. So the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he saw that the mountain was covered with horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. What stuck out to me is that it was God's army in this verse. So stuck out to me is that God's army is always waiting and ready. His army will always outnumber the enemy. Like, we do not have to worry ever, because God is not going to let the enemy prevail. Like, he is going to be victorious, and we have to trust him. Today is day 25, and the title is Your Voice. That title is so weird. I'm sorry. And the key verse is Psalm 33:6. And what stuck out to me about the verse is that everything was made by God. And then something that stuck out to me is, it talks about how God is the Father and God is our teacher. What stuck out to me is that He's our Father in heaven and King. And then something else that the lesson talked about is how we're created in His image, and He's the living Word. What stuck out to me is that this shows how much He loves us, that He created us in His image. And then something else that stuck out to me is your voice is the larger message. That's what the lesson talks about. Sorry, I'm tired. What stuck out to me is that we need to not use it for our own will, but for God's will and spreading the gospel. And honestly, I really do not agree with the end of the lesson on this page, because it talks about using your voice, basically embracing your voice and your own identity and this whole bleh. Sorry. So I disagree with the end of the lesson. Maybe you guys, I would just encourage discernment with the end of it. Bye guys. Stay safe.